Hello there, how are you? And welcome. This is the first installment of the MsCeeEO Empowered Ownership training. It's very simple. One of the things that I have always had is the dream to help others be self sufficient, especially us girls. Um, there are so many women like yourself, like myself, that find themselves sitting behind a desk, even though I do kind of like my desk, and feeling they have not achieved those things that motivated them when they were younger to get accomplished. You're not able to put things into perspective and say, hey, am I living my life to serve the needs of my own person, or am I actually working on someone else's dream? Am I using my sweat equity to promote the dreams of another? I love my boss, you tell yourself, but don't you love yourself more? Don't you think that there is so much more that you can do? Uh, I'm going to do this very informally. Hi, Pat, how are you? Hi, Cam. I want to make sure that I talk to you guys directly. If you have a question, ask it. I'll see the information and I'll go ahead and answer that question for you. The most important thing that I want to do is just to cover some basics. First thing, take that first step. Make it happen. You know you've dreamed about it. You know you've gotten the bug. And by the bug, and you'll hear me talk about this bug quite often, the entrepreneurial bug bites us. And once it bites us, it makes it very difficult for us to think about anything else. You talk to your friends constantly about, I want to start a business. I can't wait to start a business. You go to a coffee shop, you start doodling on napkins. You look at your Starbucks cup and, oh, you know what, maybe I could do a different design for this. Or you go to your children's school and you realize that there's a need for something, a need that you can fill. And this is the bug. You get bitten and it's motivational and it's kind of like enlightening and heartening and everything at the same time. The most important thing is you've got to take action. I'm so glad that you're here. Hi, Angel. Great to have you guys here. Have to make sure that one of the things that I'm on two different platforms here. We're doing Zoom, we're doing Facebook, actually 3 platforms. I just realized we've got another 4th platform. Most important thing is take action. Coming here to see me today is action. So I am very proud of you for taking that first step. And then I want to discuss with you the 10 steps to starting your business. First thing that you have to do, of course, is develop a business plan. And I've got everything ready for you, and every one of you will be getting this PDF, the startup guide that I've put together. I've been working in tandem with an incubator and with the SBA, so we can help you through, especially the hiccups and the difficulty of getting things started. The most important thing is conduct your research. Decide what it is that you want to do. Starting a business is not as simple as it sounds, but it is a lot easier than people make it out to be. You can't do anything unless you have an actual idea. What is that burgeoning business idea that you have? What is it that you want to do? I mean, come on, it can be something as simple as a paperclip. Look at how much money they made. But the most important thing is come up with that product, that service, that one thing that you are passionate and knowledgeable about, that you can make a difference. Because if you focus your business on making a difference for others, it will recompense. It will come back to you. So do your market research. That is number 1. Step 1 is market research. Step 2. Step 2 is write a business plan. And I tell everyone, write a business plan is put it down on paper. Once you commit something to paper, you are committing not only to yourself, but to others. Hi, Micah. You're the only guy on here, but hey, welcome. I am just okay helping everyone, not just absolutely gorgeous and wonderful women. When you write this business plan, and you don't have to do it alone, I'm here to help. The guide has a step-by-step process for writing your business plan. First things first, let's make sure that we put the roadmap in front of you. What is it that you're going to do? And then let's work backwards from that point, that where you want to go, what do you want to achieve. We work backwards, and then it is a very simple process. We write in everything that you need to accomplish to develop your business plan and to make it a plan that you can follow and duplicate in case it's something that needs to be duplicated down the line. Once you've gotten your business plan written, you've got to fund your business. That one is a little harder than you think, because unless you have vast quantities of money, starting a business can get dauntingly expensive. But you've got me, so you don't have to worry about that because I'm here to help. When you decide what type of business you want, and we're working on your business plan, systematically we're going to look at what it will take for you to actually be able to effectively work within this business. The most important thing is, what are you going to need? Are you going to need training? Are you going to need computers? Are you going to need to monetize staffing right away? All of these things we have to work out into your strategic growth plan. And the strategic growth plan is actually going to make it so that you don't have to worry about money that needs to come out. We will know about these things up front. So as I've mentioned earlier, the MsCeeEO plan includes a 90-day projected worksheet plan, so that you have 90 days to put your business out there and to be successful, to have a successful roadmap to get there. Once we have the funding structure in place, the next thing is to develop the type of business structure. What do you need to become? Do you need to be, if you want to be a super handyman girl, you can just simply be a sole proprietorship. I would always, even as a sole proprietorship, make sure that you have a registered name and a DBA, do business as. But as far as any business out there, please, CYA, you must cover your assets. Your assets are going to be protected if you incorporate. Please look at what is going to be in your best interest. I have LLCs, I have S corporations, C corporations, partnerships. Every single one of the structures for business that you can have, I've got an explanation for. And we can sit down and decide which of these is going to be. Hello, Shayla. Shayla is here live for live. How are you? Come on in. Don't mind me. I'm just doing live.
I was already out in the street.
So. Oh, well, there you go. I'm so happy to have you here, Shayla. Thank you. Any questions, just come on in and ask, and I'll be more than happy. Do you have something to write on?
Yes.
And do you need more room?
Nope, I'm good.
I love it. I love a live with a live person. Wonderful. So very importantly, back to what we were saying, your structure. We together will decide what is going to be in your best interest. If you are putting your investment of your time and your funds into this business, I don't want it to come back and be something that is going to damage you should there be a problem. When you set up a business structure, when you set up a corporation, you are protecting yourself personally. You are developing a whole new persona for your business. Your business becomes its own entity, and that entity will protect you and represent you simultaneously. So let's say you are a designer and you're an interior designer, and one of the things that you're doing as an interior designer is you are going to, hi Angie, another Angie, two Angies. If you are going to Angie's house and you're going to design a new living room, and you've decided that you need to bring down a wall, you get the contractors in there, they take down the wrong wall. They take down a support wall, and guess what? It's going to cost $10,000 to fix it. What are you going to do? Angie's upset at you now because you've destroyed her living room wall, and she needs to have it taken care of. So she will go to your business, and your business will have insurance, which we will cover at a later segment, but she can get that from your business. If you do not have a structured business entity, then Angie can go directly to you and say, hey, you are now responsible for taking care of fixing the damages that your contractor caused at my home. And she can sue you. She can get the money directly from you. If you're corporate, then your corporation is responsible. You can attain liability insurance, and your liability insurance will take care of that, and you will be protected. So this is one of the reasons. Should there be anything happen, it will be through your company, not through you personally. Even though there are a lot of different rules and regulations that we'd have to adhere to, we never pierce the corporate veil. And all of these terms that I'm putting out here, if you don't know what they mean, hey, drop me a line. I'll make sure that you're on top of it. But there are a lot of things that we do to protect the integrity of our newly formed corporate structure. And we'll cover a lot of these things in depth over the 90 days. For those of you that actually want to continue and do the whole plan, and actually know that at the end of 90 days, I will have taken you by the hand and put you into your own successful and thriving business. That's my promise to you. All right, guys? All right, so once we fix that business structure, one of the things that we definitely don't want to do is, and I have to flip this one over here, we don't want to choose the wrong name for our business. Just imagine if I would have said that I wanted to call my company, that I'm doing this, something different than Miss C. That's me. C. I love that name. So MsCeeEO is Miss C Empowered Ownership. I chose my name to represent something that is important to me. I want to be personally responsible for guiding you, for taking you, for empowering you. I want to be your CEO. I want to take the executive opportunity to make you thrive and grow. So that's how I chose my name. I wrote down all sorts of things, and it just so happens that, and I'm good at coming up with names, but choose your name wisely, and that is one of the things that we will do. We take 2 days to come up with your business structure and your name, because that's the one thing I don't want you to make a mistake with. You're going to live with that name. Make sure it's a name that is easily accessible, is translatable to all sorts of media, and that you are going to be proud, not today, but 10 years from now, saying this is the name of my business. My marketing firm, which is separate from this, is called AdSense, because we do advertising and we transcend business. So it's AdSense. See? Play on words, but still, it is a one-word, translatable, easy-to-coin business name. And that's what I want you to think about. How do you want to look at yourself and say, oh, 5 years from now, I want to look back and say, this is my name and this is why I chose it, and still be happy about it. So take all the time you need for this, because even though you can start a business today, you have to live with that business tomorrow. Okay? Register your business. It's part of the transition. Once you've got the name, you already know what corporate structure you want, you register. Angie, I know that you're in Louisiana, so a lot of this has to do with you. You've got to go through 2 different registration processes. You have to do your commercial registration, and then you have to do your state. So you have to. Here in Florida, we're lucky. We do have to get licensed at whatever county we're in, but we only have one state corporation to worry about. Not like you guys in Texas too. I know how it is. You guys in Texas you have to go through your SBDs and your CBDs, and then your location and your state. We're lucky. I always tell everyone, if you need to incorporate in a state other than your own, there is, of course, Nevada, there is Delaware, and there's Florida. Those are the 3 easiest states to work with something that is going to be of national scope. So make that happen, decide which way you want to go, and that's going to be step 7 of making sure that you're totally and completely empowered. Okay? All right, the application for business licenses and permit. When you apply for your business licenses and permits, not everyone has to. Not every business has a need for a specific license. But we want to make sure that as soon as you start your business, you're doing it correctly. You want to come out of the door with everything that you need to not have to worry about looking back. Okay? Not looking back at all. Doing everything that you need to, if you need, let's say you decided you wanted to be an interior designer again, and you are doing non-skid tile because you're working with daycares and hospitals. You don't need a license to install tile. But if you're going to install tiles in specific locations, you have to be certified that you are non-skid certified. So we'll look at what it is that you need and make sure that we are doing the due diligence and research to ensure that each one of the licenses and permits that you need, you have within that 90-day period. So at the end of 90 days, and sooner in most cases, we'll be able to get you on the road to success right away. But we want to make sure that we do it the way we're supposed to, that every single one of the steps that need to be taken are taken in order, so that the transition for you to go from behind a desk living someone else's dream to your sweat equity becoming your future. Okay? And the last step, step number 10, which is my favorite step, open a business bank account. Start paying yourself directly from your business. Become your own person. Own your future. And when I say this, I really mean it. Own your future. I cannot tell you how important it is to tell you that when I know I need to have a major purchase in my life, I plan around it, and I tell myself, I need to do 3 seminars this year. because I really wanted that new Mercedes. I need a pool. So I need to make X number of tens of thousands of dollars for that new pool. So when I'm putting that extra work in, it's because I have a motivating factor. My pool is my motivating factor. I'm going to work 3 times as hard just to make sure I get it. So when you are working on someone else's dream, you're building their pool. You're buying their Mercedes. You're taking care of their children's college tuition. When you are building that sweat equity for your own future, you control your time, you control your money, you control your future. And that's where I want to see you, all of you. I want you, and you too, to look at how important it is to empower yourself, to look inside yourself and say, I know I've got the potential to do this, and I know that I can bring it out of you. 10 steps, 90 days, done. All you have to do is make that commitment to yourself. Not to me, not to your husband, not to your boyfriend, not to your cousin, not to your mother, not to the 2 friends that you were talking to over a martini the other night. Commit to yourself. Make them all your accountability partners. Make them all the person that you said, I'm going to start my own business. And they probably have heard it from you and so many others, and like, no, you're not. You're just saying that you're not going to do a thing, but you do. You've got me now, and I'm your CEO. I'm empowering you for the opportunity of my lifetime. It's your future, but I want to be a part of it. If you have any questions, all you have to do is send me a quick digit here, text me, call me, whatever you need. I'm here for you. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next segment, how to start on the 90-day plan. Thank you.